Hello and welcome to this video. This video is called List Mastery and is probably one of my favorite subjects in my business. The money is in the list. I know you heard that all the time, and this whole video module is about how important a list is and how to leverage it in your business. It's basically the nucleus of your entire business. So here's a little info about lists. You absolutely need one. Just like having your own products, all the successful marketers have their own list. If you look across the board, it doesn't matter what the other marketers are doing, they all have in common that they have their own lists and they own their own lists. And size doesn't matter. A list of 100 can make more money than a list of 1,000. A small list can actually outperform a bigger list. It's all about the relationship. Relationship is key. The money isn't in the list, it's in the relationship you have with that list. Because if you have a list of 10,000 people who don't even know you and they get marketing messages from 30, 100 different marketers every single day, you're just going to get lost in that. But if you have a list of 100 people who absolutely have a strong relationship with you, they know who you are, they know what you stand for, they know what kind of business you have, they like your stories, that is going to convert for you more than that list of 10,000. And it's all about conversions. You don't just want a list, you want a list that converts. That's exactly what I was just explaining to you. So it doesn't really matter if you have a gigantic list. You want a list that converts, and that is the biggest part about this video. That's why I wanted to. That's the purpose here. And by list, I mean audience. So when I say list, I actually mean audience. Um, we're building an audience of loyal fans who absolutely love you. It's more than just a list, actually. Um, and you're going to see, we're going to go deeper into that later on in this video. So why do you need your own list? Number one, it gives you security and control over your business. Having your own list is an asset that no one can take from you and allows you to be in total control of your business. For example, let's say you're into, you know, you have a business in AdSense, an AdSense business. Traffic sources like the Google Slap and things like that, they could dry up. And once that happens, your entire business crumbles at that point. A list is something that you own. So you could use traffic sources. Not all traffic sources are going to work in the long term. So they might be working now, but might not work a year from now. So it's good to capture the leads from those traffic sources that are working now, because now they're your own leads and you could mail to them at any time and you have total control over your business and security as well. Not to mention, if you decide to sell later on, that your list size, your audience size is a huge factor in how much your business is worth. And it's on-demand traffic. Your audience is on-demand traffic. Having your own relationship-based list is the best traffic you can ever get. It's yours, it's free, it's warm, and you have total control over it. Like your list, it doesn't get any better traffic than that. You could literally send that traffic on demand to any offer you want. It's yours whenever you want. So traffic doesn't get any better than having your own relationship-based list. And your list is the secret to making money while you sleep. I know you heard that. I mean, a lot of the sales pages, that quote has been, burned into us. Make money while you sleep, make money while you sleep. And it's because of the list. There's no other thing out there that you could plug in and make money instantly. The closest thing to that is having your own relationship based list, and having your list allows you to do this. I do this time and time again because I have a list, and I can, before I go to bed, send out a broadcast email and wake up with a bunch of money in my account. Like that's the only way that becomes possible. Otherwise, it's just a pipe dream. Now you have to realize that it takes work to build a list. So it's not like, you know, like tomorrow you build a list and then you make a bunch of money the next day. It doesn't happen that way. You got to get to that point, and then you could reap the benefits of what having a list will give you. And having a list is the key to affiliate sales. Not only is having your own list key to selling your own products, but it is also it helps you to easily sell other people's stuff, because again, you have a relationship based audience that you could promote other people's products, and you'll make affiliate sales that way. And you're going to see how we incorporate affiliate sales into our business with our list as well. So continuing, why do you need your own list? It gives you leverage. Gives you leverage in your marketplace. For example, you create a new product and launch it. You could launch it to your own list. So let's say you create a product. Now you have a relationship-based list of your own. You can launch it to your own product, your own list. And what that does is you're going to get a spike in sales to a product you just launched. Now those numbers and those sales metrics are going to be shown on, let's say you're using JVZoo. So potential affiliates will be able to see your results and see how well your product converts. And a converting product equals more affiliates and traffic. So by having your own relationship-based list, that's the best traffic you could ever get. You promote your own product to that list. There's a big spike in sales fast. You have great numbers. EPCs and everything, earnings per click, are high, which will attract affiliates to promote your product as well. And it's all because of the list that you have that allowed that to happen. Hope that made sense. And social proof and going viral. You can leverage your audience to create content for you for free, and they will even help you spread your brands and spread your word. You'll see later on how we leverage our lists. But again, your list and your audience actually becomes part of your team and part of your movement. And automation and follow-up. By leveraging your audience and email follow-ups and utilizing email follow-ups, you can automate your business and continually sell to the same prospect who might have needed more convincing. So when a person comes in, they subscribe to your list. Your email follow-ups and your list can be automated through, your autoresponder, which frees you up. And your automation and your list, your email follow-ups, actually sell for you, and it grows your business for you, and it actually becomes it's like a machine that runs on itself, and all you have to do is kind of feed it traffic. And the way we design it is we design it to convert on an ongoing basis, so it's automated. And like one of my lists right now have like over 300 follow-up messages. So that means that by the time somebody enters my list, without me doing anything, they will be contacted by me, by my autoresponder, for the next year and a half. Or the next entire year. I do not have to do anything, but my autoresponder and my email follow-ups will continue to sell and continually build the relationship for me. And I'll show you in another video actually how I do all that. And market research. You could easily survey your audience, test products and funnels, and optimize your offers before scaling and get feedback. So again, your list, it's in your niche and it's targeted. And you have a relationship with it. Again, it doesn't get any better than that. You could do market research. You could get market research. You could see how people are really feeling. You could, let's say you have a list of 1,000. You could take 100 of them You could promote, let's say you create a product, you could promote your product to a segment of that list and split test your product. And whichever sales page sold better, that would be the sales page that you promote to the entire list. And that's how you optimize and scale your offers before you even roll out. And again, your own list will help you do this, because you could split test your offer to your own list, and once you find the winning conversion sales page, that would be the one you bring to affiliates. And that would be the one that converts the best. So your list is very, very, very important to your business. It could do a lot of things, and in this video you're going to see a lot more. So moving on, like I said, you want to build an audience, not just a list. It's not just about building a list. It's about building a raving audience who loves you and views you as an expert and authority in your niche, and sometimes even as a celebrity. You almost become a rock star within your niche by doing it this way. And you're going to see how we do that with the audience ecosystem. And you can do this by creating multiple channels of engagements where you can contact your audience at any time, wherever they are. So you kind of, when you promote something, you're kind of going to be everywhere just by your own audience ecosystem that you build. So multiple channels of engagements. What we mean by this is all actually fueled by a list, and then you expand out from there. So it starts with the email list. You could start with building an email list just by creating a squeeze page with a free offer or something like that, and asking for their email in exchange for a freebie. So this is where it starts, because you're going to start with an email list. Once you have your email list, you could create a Facebook fan page and then email your list to like it for exclusive content. So now what you do is you have your email list, and now you're telling them if they want exclusive content to like your fan page, and you'll get exclusive content there. So now you're starting to build a Facebook fan page. Once you got those two going, you're going to start a Facebook group. Also, you're going to create a Facebook group and tell your email list. Now you're going to tell your email list, and then you're going to tell your fans to join your Facebook group, because your Facebook group will help you go viral, because other people could invite people into your Facebook group. And not only that, your Facebook group is a more intimate kind of area. So you could say, hey, if you want a more intimate, experience, join our Facebook group. People could post, pictures and stories about what they're doing in their life and that kind of thing within your niche. And you would promote that through your fan page and through your email list. So now you've got these three things that you're building all at the same time. And now your Facebook fan page and your Facebook group actually, they take on a life of their own, because now you start getting the viral aspect to it. You got people liking your content, sharing your content, which brings in friends. And what tends to happen is people have social circles where if you're interested in a certain subject, more than likely your friends or the people you surround yourself with more than likely have the same interests as well. And that's what, just us as humans usually do. Now you're going to also start a Twitter following. So you could promote your Twitter account to your Facebook group, your Facebook fan page, and your email list. And you would tell them, hey, follow us on Twitter so you don't miss any of the great content and stuff we got coming. Again, viral aspect here. As well as other social media such as Google+, YouTube channel. Have people, as you promote, content, let's say you make a content video or a video story or something like that, and you post it on your website. You could use YouTube to host it, and then you could tell your list, fan page group, and your whole social media following, you could tell them about the new video you just posted, and then get them to subscribe to your channel. So now you're building your channel as well. And this goes for LinkedIn and other social media where you could actually build an audience. Now, once you start building a relationship and everything, you could actually even collect phone lists, SMS phone lists, because you have a. This is optional, but now that you have a really strong relationship with your list, you could get them on a SMS and phone list. The thing with the SMS and phone list is that it has a much higher deliverability rate than email, and it's instant connection. So what I mean by that is emails nowadays, it's easy to create new emails. So people aren't as dedicated to emails as they once were. So you could, once your email, I know I've done it. I've had an email address where I was subscribed to a bunch of lists, and the email just got so clogged with just offers that I just abandoned that email list altogether and started a new one. And that would tend to happen. Now, on the other hand, with SMS, like your cell phone, most people won't change their cell phone number because it's their mode of contact. All their most people, even if they change phone providers, they carry their phone number with them, and it becomes like a part of them, their phone number. So they're less likely to change their phone numbers. Not only that, but like text messages have a like 95% open rate. People always open their text messages, and on top of all that, cell phones are like, people carry their cell phones everywhere, like even into the bathroom. So you have like instant connection and instant contact with them at all times. And like I said, now that you've built your audience and you've built a relationship with your list, you could get them on a phone list now, or a SMS list, a text message list. So like really premium content if they want to get that, to join the SMS list. Physical addresses are good because you could use them for direct mail campaigns. What I did was, as my business started growing, I started selling, along with informational products, I tested out physical products as well. So like, my niche was actually, a few of my niches are hobby-based niches. So I tested out t-shirts, and with the t-shirts I collected physical addresses because I bought the t-shirts and then I shipped them out to their physical address. And now you actually have another channel of engagement, which is a physical address that you could actually send them direct mail campaigns. Just another channel to connect with them. As well as multiple email lists. You could segment. You definitely want to segment your buyers. But you could get subscribers on multiple lists. So let's say you're doing a product launch, a new product launch. What you would do is you would put them. You would actually, if you're doing a new product launch, you would actually peel them off of, or copy them. So you would have them opt in to your new product launch and the whole process of that product launch. So you would want to opt them into an entirely separate list. Because what happens is if they decide to unsubscribe from that list, they're still subscribed to your main subscriber list. So you're not losing them altogether. Whereas if you just took your product launch straight to your subscriber list, if they unsubscribe from that, they would unsubscribe from your subscriber list in total. So you would lose that connection with them there. And that's why it's important to have multiple channels of engagement, because even if they unsubscribe from your email list, they still may be part of your fan page, or they still may be part of your Facebook group, and other social media and other channels of engagement. So you could still get your offers in front of their eyeballs. So your audience ecosystem. Now we just covered a little bit, but this is basically what it looks like. You got your targeted group of people, your traffic, and it starts with getting them on an email list. And from this email list, you could actually feed the other channels of engagement. And what happens is now you got this entire ecosystem that, incorporated with the social media, people start talking about it, which brings in even more targeted people, and the whole thing works together. And once you got this entire audience ecosystem, You could send them to your funnels. You could send them to affiliate products. You could send them to content. Let's say you're just trying to get comments going, or you're just trying to get market research. Whatever it is you want to send them to, now you have your very own source of super high targeted traffic that you have a real relationship with. Like, conversions don't get any better than that. You can't find a better traffic source than that. So it's a lot. It's much bigger than just having a list, as you can see. And again, I'm gonna make a separate video showing you all of this in real world. You know, working in a real world case study of how I set this up in one of my businesses, one of my niche businesses. So the mechanics. I want to go over the mechanics of how it all works and how it's all set up. Now I know it's a little messy, so you might have to follow my mouse here. It starts with targeted traffic. The targeted traffic, you're going to put your squeeze page in front of. They're going to go to your squeeze page, and now your squeeze page is your lead capture page, which for a freebie, let's say, you know, free report shows you how to lose 7 pounds in 7 days. Just putting your name and email address here. So now what you're doing is you're capturing the lead and giving them a free report. Once you do that, they get added to your subscriber list. Now you captured the lead, they're on your subscriber list. If they don't decide to do that, if they decide to opt out of that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have an exit offer. Because these people, a lot of traffic actually leaves your squeeze page without doing anything. So they're leaving anyway, so it's better. Your squeeze page might have just not have had a connection with them. They might not have liked what was on your squeeze page or not interested. So they're leaving anyway. Why not put something in front of their eyeballs before they leave? It could be a really, really low-end front-end offer. It could be another squeeze page for another report or a free video, something like that. If they decide to leave there, they just exit, and you know, it's okay for these kind of people because you didn't connect with them anyway, and they probably were never going to buy from you anyway. But what happens is that some people, they might take you up. If it's a squeeze page, if it's another squeeze page, like a free video, they might take you up on that. And then when that happens, they get sent from here, and then they also get put into your subscriber list. Or if it was a low-end offer, they would get sent into your buyer list, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Now going back to your squeeze page, your traffic went to your squeeze page. If they said yes to your squeeze page, they get onto your subscriber list. But at the same time, once they opt into your squeeze page, you're going to send them to a front-end offer, which is usually a really low-end offer, and it's the beginning of a sales funnel. And I go into more detail on sales funnels in another video. But this is good because if you're paying for traffic, this will actually balance it out. So you're actually breaking even, but your sales funnel and the back end is where you make the money. Now, if they decide not to take you up on your front end offer, and you would have, like I said, here's your funnel, you would have downsell if they don't take your downsell or anything like that, they're still on your subscriber list because you caught them here. So they're still on your subscriber list, and you could promote other things and get them to help build your audience ecosystem. If they do buy your offer and buy your funnels, now you're going to segment them out into a buyer list, because what this does is now you could promote. You wouldn't want to keep promoting this offer because they already bought it, so you're going to promote other offers, and you're going to continually upsell them. So let's say this offer is a $17 product. Now they're on that buyer list. Now you could upsell them to a $37 offer, $47 offer. You're basically going to have your funnel laid out in here. And that's basically the entire mechanics of it. So you're going to have buyer lists, which are extremely valuable because these people are super high qualified because they already shown that they have trust in you because they paid you for something, and they already shown that they pay they are willing to purchase online. So this is really, really high valuable, and this is the gold kind of list. And your subscriber list is good to build your audience ecosystem and things like that. So hope that made sense to you. If it didn't, feel free to ask me questions and I'll go over it in more detail. So now automation, moving on to automation. Now that you started building a subscriber list, what do you send them? So basically this is your email follow-up series. And like I said, this is a scaled down version just for this example, but you would have emails send out periodically at different intervals. So you're going to this list, you're going to promote content, which content is going to build your relationship. Now, what is content? Content could be straight content, like information. Content could be stories. Content could be discussions, videos. It doesn't have to be, and I would suggest not to be so straight at just hammering information, because that's kind of boring and nobody's going to want to read that stuff all the time. So you have to mix it with personal stuff. And like I said, we're going to cover this in a little bit in this video about how important your human relationship with your list is. So they can't just see you as like this robot. Like you have to incorporate stories and get those kind of things. So that's what this content is. We're going to promote that. We're going to add that into our email follow-up series. We're going to have our own sales funnels because, again, like you see, if you watched Easy Product Creation video, it's important to have your own products. We're going to promote our own products to our list. We're going to start building and promoting our audience ecosystem. So we start building other lists in different areas. This is going to help for the viral aspect, and this is going to help to grow our business and leverage our list. And we're also going to promote affiliate products. So it's going to look like something like this. If you look down here, this is going to be the example. So let's say email 1. So after they subscribe, email 1 would be a welcome email or something like that. It would go to your blog and say, hey, learn more about me here. This is my story of how I went from being overweight to now, losing weight. Nothing to sell here, I just want to tell you my story, that kind of thing. Because this is the beginning of the relationship building. So now the next email, you would actually say, hey, I hope you saw the first email where I told you my story. We got this great Facebook group that we just started, and it's all of us getting together and helping one another on our weight loss journey, that kind of thing. Click the link below, check it out, join. I can't wait to see you there, that kind of thing. So now you start building your Facebook group. Now the next one will be a content piece. Like you could go over actually like effective ways, fast, easy ways to lose weight, like in the next 3 days. 3 things to change your mindset to get you ready to losing weight, that kind of thing. It's going to be like a content-based email, because this is going to show that you're an expert, that you're authority, and that you walk the walk, that kind of thing. And then you could actually start, well, actually what I would do is I would have a little more relationship building, and then you could start promoting your own products or go right into a launch, like a 3-phase launch, that kind of thing. And then again, go back to your blog, because what this is doing, as you can see, the automation here is this is going to feed your email follow-up series, feeds all these things. It continually sends traffic back to your blog, which is going to get you higher search engine rankings. It's going to continually feed your audience ecosystem because you're going to have those things peppered into it. It's going to continually make you your own product sales, which again, your own product sales will help bring in affiliates because they're going to see that your products are high converting products. And then lastly, we also have leverage to sell affiliate products here, because now we're recommending other products and our audience sees us. Number one, they have a relationship with us. They don't see us as marketers, they see us as friends. Number two, they see us as experts as well. So we have that authority over them. So our word on, let's say, hey, my buddy Bob has this brand new product. It's a weight loss calculator. It's great. It helped me. That kind of thing. Because we have the relationship and we have the trust, know, like, and trust, we could easily sell affiliate products as well. So again, your list, your audience ecosystem is huge. And what you're going to do is, as well as once you build your audience ecosystem and all these other things, you're going to promote your products and affiliate products through those other channels as well, such as your Facebook group, your Facebook fan page, your YouTube channel, and all those kind of things. So let's get into the emails. It's all about the emails. So now I showed you how to build a list. I showed you the mechanics of the list. I showed you the automation. Now it all comes down to the emails, because if they're not opening them, it really doesn't make any sense. So good rules of thumb here is you need to know your niche. When you know your niche, it's easier to know what your niche wants and what to send them. It's easier to angle your stories, to effectively connect with your niche. So know your niche. That's why it's important here to get into niches that you're passionate about, or niches that you yourself want to learn more about, because you could indulge yourself in a niche, and you actually become a consumer as well, and you will be able to give out the things that you yourself would like to know. Make yourself real. Don't get, like I said before, don't give content all the time. You want to incorporate stories and personal content. Make it fun. Add emotion into your stories. This builds trust and relationship, and on top of that, makes you the authority. But it builds trust and relationship because people could see you as a version of themselves. Just like when you're writing copy as well. So your audience sees you as a version of themselves, and you're living it. Like I said, when I wrote the copy for the Niche Cash Machine Blueprint, it was easy. And when I send out my emails, it's easy because I live this stuff. I'm an internet marketer. I do this stuff every day. I know the struggles. I know the triumphs. I know what it's like to get your first ClickBank sale. I know what it's like to get, to do a launch to my list and see, sale after sale, and in 3 days have $3,000. Like I know how it feels and those kind of things. So make yourself real, and not only that, don't just make yourself real, be real. And always remember, your list are humans. This may sound weird, but many times list owners forget. They think it's just a matter of, it's just numbers and clicks, and there's another person on the other side. So always remember that. There's somebody else sitting at a computer reading what you have, and they have real emotions, they have real struggles, they have real just problems and stuff like that. So remember that. Don't forget that. It's not about, clicks, and I mean, it is about that stuff, but it's not just about that stuff. Tell them why they need what you're selling, and don't be disrespectful to them. It's a privilege to have them on your list. When you're selling a product, tell them why they need your product. And frequency, you could safely email your list every single day. I know a lot of people say, don't build your list, but when you do these other things, like you remember that they're humans, and you make yourself real to them, and you create a relationship with them, and all those things, like, people won't mind getting your email every day. They'll kind of even expect it. So you're kind of training them to say, hey, I'm going to email you every day. Or, you don't have to say it, but just in what you do. So, and what happens is, like I said, in most cases, people are on 100 different lists. So if you don't email every day, or you don't email frequently, you're just kind of get forgotten about. So, do everything like remember they're humans, all that kind of thing, and you could safely email every day, sometimes even twice a day. What I'll do is I'll have my email follow-ups mail out every day, and then I'll send out a broadcast to the entire list, so they're getting actually 2 emails from me in one day. Um, and to be honest, don't be afraid of unsubscribers, because listen, that's the purpose of the audience ecosystem, because we're building that ecosystem. So even if they unsubscribe from our email list, we still may have a chance to get our offer in front of them, because they, like I said, they may be a part of other channels of ours. But if they unsubscribe, chances are that they probably never would have bought from us anyway, and you're paying for them, because you're paying for the email follow-up. You're paying for the autoresponder, which goes on how many subscribers you have. So if they're not going to buy from you, and they're not going to participate in your business, and they're not going to participate in your movement, the movement that you're building here, you don't need them on your list. So it's okay if they unsubscribe, because the people who stay subscribed, and those are the loyal ones. Those are the ones you want on your list anyway. And you could focus on them at that point and get rid of the people who aren't interested, and focus on the people who are. So, don't be afraid to email every day. Especially if you're doing all the good stuff. Come from your heart. Give value in whatever niche you're in, and you won't have to worry about it. So, opens and click-through rate. Open rates and click-through rate. Your open rate is the rate in which someone opens your email, and your click-through rate is the rate in which they click on the links in your email, which goes to whatever destination you're trying to promote. The 3 biggest factors to high open rates are your name, because you want to develop your name with your list, because a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of list owners don't realize that your name and your brand, a lot of people look at that. They're going to say, "Oh, I got another message from Chris." They know who you are. Or that's the purpose of building that relationship, is to get them to know who you are by name, or by pen name, whatever you're doing, or by brand, because I've done that too, by brand. You need to develop your name with your list, because people will expect that, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, great, I got another message by him. Everything else he sent me is great. I can't wait to read it." Your subject line. So your name and your subject line. So your subject line, the purpose of your subject line is to sell, well, not actually to sell the click. Your purpose is to sell the open of your email, or the click. You want them to click on your subject line to open your email. So you want your subject line to sell the click. So like 3 ways to get your pigeons to fly faster. That sells the click. Like, people, if you're in pigeon racing, you want to know 3 ways to get your pigeons to fly faster, like in instantly. So you're going to want to click on that. And then your relationship. Again, become a friend and not a marketer. You want them to see you as a friend and trusted advisor, not just a marketer, because that relationship they have with your name is going to make them open your subject, open your email. So your name and your relationship are basically, they go together, because you build that relationship and they connect that relationship to your name. And then with a strong subject line, you're going to get super high open rates at that point. And do they know you? Again, use stories. Can be funny and emotional, and you could link your story into your sales. Now, this is once they open your email. Your email body copy, what you're going to want to do is, again, the purpose here is to sell the click. The goal of the email is not to sell your product, and it's not to sell wherever you want them to go. It's to sell the click. So give them benefits of why the click will help them in their life. Use suspense and cliffhangers. Use stories. Use funny, emotional stories. That kind of thing. I don't have a good example right off the top of my head, but you tell them why they need to click on, like, this thing changed my life. I come up. You could incorporate a story or something like that. 3 years ago, I was broke and homeless and that kind of thing, and what you're gonna see on the other page helped me to break out of that and get me to where I am today. So that kind of thing will say, oh, it will resonate with them. It kind of leaves it's open ended. It's a cliffhanger kind of thing, and they're gonna wanna you're gonna sell them on the click. They're gonna click on that and get sent to wherever you want to send them. Now, leveraging your audience. This is very, very important, because now that you have your audience ecosystem built, your list built, you want to leverage them to help you. You could actually get them to help you grow your brand. Um, Again, now that you have an audience that absolutely loves you, it's time to leverage them. You could do this by comments. Whenever I send my audience to a content piece, for example, a website article, a Facebook post, a YouTube video, I always try to open a discussion and get them to leave their comments. This allows social proof because other people are going to see that this is an active community that you've built. And in my opinion, your social rankings and how much comments you get and that kind of thing will be the future of SEO rankings. That's just my opinion. I don't know if I know that those comments are very important because, for example, I've posted an article on my website and I said, hey, at the end of it, after you read the article, post your comments, thoughts and comments under, after you read the article. And some of the comments that have been posted after articles were actually, the information in those comments was even better than the actual article. And it's just because you're telling people who are in that niche, who live that niche, and they love talking about this stuff. This is what they love to do, or even a pain niche like weight loss. They have real pain and they have real stories, and they'll post their comments, and that stuff resonates in the comment, and it'll resonate with everybody else because other people will read it. The other good thing about comments is, let's say I have an article, I tell people to post comments or questions. Somebody posts a question, I come on and answer it publicly. So it'll be a question, and then you'll see me or you'll see you answer it. That immediately shows everybody who sees that you're the expert and you're the authority, that you are publicly answering questions right there, so you know what you're talking about. It shows that. Comments are very important. Always try and open a discussion and get your audience to participate. Surveys and polls, I do this a lot. You have an audience, you have a market that you have a high connection with. Ask them what they want to do, what they want you to do, and what products they want you to make. You could get some of the best market research information just from your own audience. There's like gold in there. I've done it a lot where I've made a poll and I said, hey, what do you guys? I'll actually show you this in another video, but I said, what do you guys want to learn the most? And I put like 5 different topics. And then it was just a poll where all they had to do was vote. And what I did was I emailed my list. I said, hey, I want to learn more about you and what you need from me to help you. So go to this page, vote on the topic you want to learn most about. And I promoted that to my list. I promoted it to my Facebook fan page, my Facebook group, and all of my, my entire audience ecosystem. And then you get this huge spike in votes, and you literally, your audience just told you what product they want you to make and what you would build. And you could also do this. This also builds anticipation. So you could follow this up with, like, a few days later, hey, the votes are in. I'll show you this entire process. The votes are in. You want to learn more about, let's say, for pigeons, for example, you want to learn more about uh, feeding and nutrition. So I'm going to put some stuff together. Then you can follow that up with, hey, I put together this great free report. It's on feeding and nutrition. It'll show you whatever. And then that'll lead into a launch of your feeding and nutrition product. So, hope that made sense to you. Surveys and polls and your list, great idea. Again, ask for participation. You can even ask, I've done this, you could even ask your audience to create content for you, as far as, you could guest bloggers. You could say, hey, I'm looking for a few knowledgeable pigeon racers, or I'm looking for a few people who have lost some weight, to share your knowledge with the community here. And, I'll link to your blog or whatever. Give them something. And you'll actually get people who will create content for you. They'll create videos and that kind of thing, because people will like to see you're in control of this audience. So people like to see that. Let's say you have one of your audience members, they make you a video. You promote that video, and you're going to get a ton of views just because you own this audience. And these people love seeing that. And it makes them feel good, and they'll continually do that. So your audience will actually create content for you. They'll even create products for you. That's how I had one of my products created. I actually emailed my list. I said, hey, I'm looking for an experienced fancier with, who had experienced pigeon flyer who had success with pigeon racing. And I got a few applicants. I went through their stuff. I found the person who best fit the bill. And I said, hey, I'll give you $300 if you could write down an entire, product from start to finish of how you have accomplished that. And for $300, he did that. He wrote me a fantastic product that I could have never wrote myself. And not only that, I could have never hired an outsourcer to write it for me, because it was coming direct from a person who actually did it. On top of that, I leveraged his proof and I leveraged his experience for the sales page, and that product on the very first day went on to make $1,200. And then that was on the very first day, and the second day was the same thing, and then now continually make sales. So you could always get your audience to participate. Ask them to share and like your information. Get that whole viral machine going. If they like your information, they like you, they're going to share your stuff. They're going to like your stuff. And, just like, and more than likely, their friends are interested in whatever niche they're in as well. So this will start bringing in, it'll actually feed your audience as well. So, I know that was a long training. To summarize, build an audience, not just a list. Develop multiple channels of engagement. It's very important here. It's stability, and it makes such a strong business that really, it'll stand the test of time. You'll see how important this is. Remember, it's all about quality and not about quantity. Make a good list. 100-person list will outperform a 10,000-person list. So, build a relationship and get your list to know, like, and trust you. Very important. Use your follow-up series to automate the process, and your follow-up series will actually become almost like an employee of yours that you don't even have to pay. And focus on getting high open and click-through rates. Remember to sell the click. That's the purpose of getting high click-through rates. High open and click-through rates, that's through building a relationship. And leverage your audience and make them part of your team, make them part of your movement. They will help you grow your own business by leaps and bounds. Your audience, they become your army almost, and you can't beat that. And always be transparent, always be real, always deliver value to your niche. Don't be, schemer or scammer, that kind of crap. Always deliver value. That's what's so important about this stuff. So that brings us to the end of List Mastery Training. I hope you enjoyed this training. Really, all there is, get out there, start building your audience, pick a niche, put together a freebie, put it together a squeeze page. There's a ton of YouTube videos, and I'll even have videos of how to actually, do this stuff. Um, and just start building a list. If you don't know where to start right now in your business or how to get into business, start by doing that. That's very important. So, again, get out there, start building your audience. I really hope you enjoyed this training. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.